Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Recording. Good evening, one and all. We are here today for the talk show. Is waste management essential for the society? That is the theme of today's talk show with the experts. We have great experts from different countries. We are very fortunate to have eminent speakers all around the world. As we know, poor waste management, and this has been conducted through the Saksham Society. We have Dr. Shilpi Chauhan, who is the president and the coordinator of this Saksham Society. They are doing a very good social work for the society. So, since Dr. Shilpi will be joining later, I would like to just give a brief of Dr. Shilpi. She is the president and the coordinator of Saksham Society, Rajasthan. And she's also a global goodwill ambassador, renowned social scientist, having 35 more research papers, more than 35 research papers at national and international level. And she has published 12 books on education, health, environment, and women empowerment, which are available at Amazon Kindle stores. She has 10 years of experience at the social level. And welcome to this education forum, a talk show with experts. And the theme today, as I've said today, so it's been conducted by me. I am the host. I am Professor Dr. Binu Thomas, academician, global educator, and also now working with the National NTSRU University here in Delhi as the HOD. I was also a dean in Sikkim. Now I have moved to Delhi, so I have now taken over as the head of the department for the sociology department right now. So just moved in. And today's theme is waste management essential for the today's society? And we have the first speaker, Dr. Marshall Tiangako. She's the technical head and dean of the College of Engineering at the University of Perpetual Help System, DALTA Delta Molino Mang campus in Cavite. Currently, she's completing her Doctor of Philosophy in Electronics and Communication Engineering at Mapia University, where she earned also her bachelor's and master degrees in Electronics Engineering, specialized in microelectronics. And also we have two more panelists here, Dr. Dennis, whom I will be introducing after the first question. We are fortunate to have you, Dr. Dennis, on behalf of Saksham Society. I welcome you to the platform here, talk show with experts. And we have Mrs. Ashia Khatun from India. She is a headmistress of high school in India. I'll be introducing her later. Welcome, Dr. Ashia Khatun, also to the platform here. Now, first of all, let me give a big welcome to Engineer Marshall Tiangako, who will be our first panelist. We are really very fortunate to have very eminent speakers here today who would be talking about the importance of waste management, how we can make this community society benefit the waste management regarding waste management. So that is our topic, and we are very fortunate that we have very eminent speakers. So to move with, let me just ask the first question to Engineer Marishil. The first question is for you, Dr. Ms. Engineer Marishil. How does recycling reduce waste in landfills?
Of course, waste management system has many types. We can recycle them. And based on the question, recycling is very important in order to reduce the number of waste that can be deposited in landfills. We all know that landfills are very dangerous in terms of it is dangerous to the environment, not only for environment, but also we want to protect the animals that is surrounding the environment. So if we are going to practice a good recycling of our waste, we will be able to reduce the number of garbage and waste that can be deposited in our landfill. So good practice and policy on recycling of our waste materials in our household and even companies that are producing waste, and how can they able to recycle their waste materials will be a very good practice in order to reduce the number of waste that is being deposited in our environment. So that is my take on that question.
Oh, thank
Madam.
you. Thank you, Dr. Engineer Marshall, for your brilliant answer for our question, which is the need of the hour. So you can reduce the amount of waste you produce by purchasing products that come with less packaging or come in packaging that can be recycled. So now moving on to the next panelist, we are very fortunate to have Dr. Dennis C. Kamtov, who is a distinguished educator, accomplished leader, and prolific researcher dedicated to advancing education. Currently, he is also pursuing a PhD in educational management. He actively engages in groundbreaking research on innovative leadership. With a diverse education background, including a DBA and MBA, Mr. Kamitov has served critical roles in academia, receiving accolades such as Outstanding Alumnus Excellence in Leadership Award and Asia Pacific Most Exemplary Transformational Educator. Thank you, Dr. Dennis, for joining us today. And your first question for you today is on this topic is how can we reduce waste and recycle? The floor is yours now.
Yeah, with regards to waste management, so this is actually a critical pillar in sustainable living. No? So gaining heightened significance in our today's society. So with regards to the challenge, so we have the challenge on the mounting challenge. So because in the pace of the rapid urbanization and population, so the volume of waste generated has reached actually into an unprecedented level. So the improper disposals poses severe environmental threats, including pollution, also habitat degradation, and adverse impact on public health. So with regards to the experience of the Philippines, with regards to how can we reduce the waste and recycle, one that we're doing is the community-based recycling program. This is actually done in barangay level. So we call it the barangay recycling centers, wherein each barangay is establishing a recycling centers within the barangay or within the neighborhood to facilitate the collection and the sorting of the recyclables. So in doing so, we have this what we call the waste segregation at source. So we're encouraging or the barangay leaders are encouraging the households to segregate waste at the source with separate bins for what we call the recyclables and the non-recyclables. And also with regards to what we're doing in the school. So we are actually have this school initiatives wherein we integrate the waste management education into school curricula, no, to instill the sustainable practices among our students. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Professor Binu.
Thank you, Dr. Dennis. Your passion for this topic really came through in your words, and we are grateful for the knowledge and inspiration you have shared with us, the practical knowledge that you have shared with us about your um, uh, university or your country, and your contribution to the
Yeah.
event was invaluable. And
Thank you.
moving on to the next panelist, we have uh, Mrs. Ashia Khatun, who is the headmistress at North Point Residential School, Siliguri, which is in West Bengal state, and from India. Very warm welcome to Mrs. Ashia Khatun. She is also a very great, eminent speaker and a very knowledgeable person, and we are lucky to have very good speakers today here. As we talk about her, she's an organized educationalist with proven teaching, guidance, counseling, and management skills with about 15 years of experience, possesses a strong track record of enhancing academic excellence, and she has the ability to be an exorbitant team leader, skilled at communicating complex information into an ease manner, providing quality education to students, grooming with positive thoughts and qualities to children. She had many other accomplishments. So since we have constraints over time, we'll move to the first question for uh, Dr. Mrs. Ashia Khatun. She is also pursuing her PhD. And very warm welcome, Mrs. Ashia Khatun. So let me just move to the first question. First question to Mrs. Ashia Khatun. Why should we reduce landfill waste? Mrs. Ashia
Very
Khatun.
good evening. First of all, a very good evening to all the esteemed members. Thanks to Dr. Binu Thomas ma'am for inviting me in this forum. I would like to give the first answer of the first question, why we need to reduce landfill waste. First of all, I would like to explain, like due to the increase in population and urbanization, the production of goods has also increased. So along with the production of goods and this disposal and waste has also increased from the different sources of household, sources of workplaces, factories and hospitals, due to which lots of landfills have started coming. Now this accumulation of landfill is a great threat for the pollution like air, water, soil, and also it is a great threat for the global warming. As because these components are also seriously harmful for public health too. It is not only disturbing our environment, it is also making a very bad effect for the health system, for the immune system. We do not get the fresh air due to this savages, due to this waste material. A foul smells comes out. We do not get fresh air due to which a chronic heart diseases comes out. And it was seen in Delhi very, I think before 1 or 2 months, due to a disastrous smoke, the people had heart diseases, chronic diseases were there, and it was a great issue from the students, from the colleges, from the workplaces. Like it was a very eminent and a very great cause. So if people take proper measures for recycling and the waste materials are not too much coming out from the factories, from the household, from the hospitals, and it is properly used. So I think we will have a great impact on the environment. We will have a great impact on safeguarding our plantations, our agriculture, our health, and as Sir also said, like many schools, many college sectors, many professional levels are also being taught regarding this. how to save our environment, how to use perfect precautions, what are the precautions that we can take, or what are the exceptions that we can adapt for landfill, how to stop this landfill and adapt recycling method in order to get rid from our this landfill and pollution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ashia Khatun. Thank you for your executing professionalism regarding this topic, and yeah, you have answered the question with the depth to the satisfaction of the audience. Thank you so much. Now, just 2 minutes to the audience. Welcome all audience around the world, parents, educators, and students. We have very eminent speakers here today on the very important topic here. And I would request the audience to post your questions if you have any in the comment box. Now, let's move to the second question to the panelist, first panelist. Engineer Marshall, your question is yours. How does recycling help the environment, help protect the environment? Dr.
Okay,
Marshall.
yes, okay. So how does recycle protect the environment? So in most cases, the improper management and disposal of waste could lead to a variety of health issues and also environment issues. So typically, the improper disposal of waste may cause, like for example, the burning of waste may cause health problems for people and also for animals. So it is very important that we take care of the environment by also having knowledge on how to dispose properly the waste that we are producing. So basically, the most important practice is to reduce it, meaning that we should not be producing more waste. In terms of consuming products, the products that we should be consuming must preferably all natural and not artificial, in terms of getting too much of materials that have so many packaging, plastic with the use of plastic and the like. So just the take caring of our environment, the mother nature is very important. That's why we are not only the ones that is will be affected by this, but also we should not be we should also take the responsibility of protecting of our marine life, because some of the waste that is being deposited are also thrown to rivers, seas, and some water resources that is not good for our marine life. So the poor management or poor disposal of waste would cause pollution, and also it will also produce more dangerous intake of our marine life, because we all know that our fishes are coming from the sea, and then if we deposit that to the water, it will be also be intake by the fishes, and we are also affected by that. So it's just a cycle that we should be not we should not be throwing the waste in the environment. We should be very responsible in how to take care of the environment by not adding or not increasing the number of waste products in the environment. So again, the proper management and disposal of waste is very important, and it should not be thrown to any landfill and even in some of the water resources. So that is my take on that, Madam.
Thank you, Mrs. Thank you, Engineer Marisha. And as we know, the fishes we are consuming, we are also falling sick. So recycling prevents the emission of many greenhouse gases and water pollutants, which we have discussed just now. It can and saves energy. Using uncovered material generates less solid waste. So recycling helps to reduce the pollution by extraction and processing of virgin materials. Now moving on to the next question. Second question to the second panelist. We have Dr. Dennis. The question is for you. How can we protect the environment by recycling? So it is your question, Dr. Dennis.
Yeah. With regards to the question, I think this is similar to the question
Previous.
of
Previous
Dr.
question.
Or Engineer Marichelle Choganco. So in addition, so in protecting the environment, so I'll be citing the Philippines as an example. First, to protect the environment is the marine conservation. So how can we do that? Through coastal cleanups. So since our school is located near the coastal, so one of the activities the coastal cleanups. So wherein we organize regular coastal cleanups initiatives to prevent plastic waste from reaching the ocean and endangered marine life. Actually, not only us in the school, even the city government, our mayor in the city of Parañaque, like last September 15, they conducted a what we call bayanihan cleanup drive para sa kalikasan. So it means volunteerism cleanup drive for the environment. This is in coincidence with the celebration of the International Coastal Cleanup Day. So our city mayor led the conduct of the activity at the coastal seaside boardwalk in Manila, particularly in Ocada, Manila. And this is actually a joint project with the City Environment and the Natural Resources Office and the Cleanliness and Beautification and Sanitation Office under the supervision of the mayor's wife. And also the participation of the people, the employees of the Okada and the Philippine National Police. Our mayor said that the cleanup drive was meant to actually care for the environment through cleaning and garbage collection along the waterways, also along the streets, what we call that the stero in the Philippines, and the rivers and the ocean. And number two is the to reduce the air pollution so we can protect the environment. So to resolve that, we have this reduce incineration, because in the Philippines, you can reduce the air pollution and its adverse effect on public health by like recycling rather than incinerating waste. Actually, it's a law in the Philippines that prohibits incineration of waste, and we are promoting the recycling rather than incinerating. Yeah, thank you, Professor Dr. Binu.
Thank you, Dr. Dennis. See, this topic is a very important topic. I would like to listen, or the audience would like to listen the different views that you have on this topic. So that is why I've changed the sentence a little bit and almost the same thing. So as you said, this is a very like your practical example, with practical example, what you have done on recycling, on protecting the environment by recycling. So by recycling our materials, we can create a healthier planet. We have heard from Engineer Marichelle and Dr. Dennis and Mrs. Ashia also. So we create a healthier planet for ourselves and future generations. So conserve natural resources. Recycling reduces the need to extract resources such as timber, water, and minerals for new products. Now, moving on, thank you so much. Your answer was very much apt and really enjoyed, all of us enjoyed the answer which you had given because it was based on your uh, example that you have done. It was a flawless, remarkable answer that you made. Thank you. And now moving on to the third question, Mrs. Ashia Khatun. Second question, Mrs. Ashia Khatun. Why is recycling better than landfill? Mrs. Ashia Khatun.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Recycling is definitely better than landfill as because recycling things reduces waste and offers the chances to make financial savings, and conserving natural resources helps to be used later. I would like to explain why savings as because natural resources are much more expensive and lots of energies are being used for natural resources. And we used these landfills for recycling basis, then definitely the costing of these production of these natural resources will be saved. Secondly, recycling contributes to environmental improvement. If environment is pure, then definitely the air which we are breathing in is pure. Our health will be perfect. We won't have any diseases. Even all the natural vegetations, all the extractions that we get from our agriculture, if those are not thrown as landfill or those are not burned and those are recycled, our environment will get better utilization of the elements or of the agricultural extracts that we are getting in. Recycling is very much necessary as because too many of unhygienic things, too many of foul things are received from the landfill. So if recycling is done in a proper way, then our oceanic animals, our river animals will be in a better and healthier way. We always have seen water pollution is generated due to unhealthy practice or due to the unhealthy landfill estimations, whatever are done. So if recycling is done in a proper way, or the waste that comes out from household vessels, factories, if those are recycled in a better way and are not thrown in water areas, in rivers, then our water creatures will be in a good health, good life, and as because those water creatures we are intaking, those are intaking those land or that waste materials from factories and all those landfill, due to all those landfill things, those are taking the impure thing, and we people, we human beings are intaking those fishes or those species. So it is very related. It is a food chain. When they are taking unhygienic thing, that is coming to our health, it's directly affecting to our health. And if landfills are properly recycled, then this thing won't happen. This won't affect neither to the animals, neither to the agriculture, or neither to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ashia. Your answer. Thank you for the wonderful answer that you have provided today for this theme, and your insights provided a new perspective that generated thought-provoking discussion among our audience too. So, as you have said, this topic is very important. Why? Because this helps to reduce the need for landfill, and it is more costly, which you have said, costly forms of disposal. So recycling also reduces the need of extracting, like mining, you have quarrying, you have logging, refining, and processing raw materials, all of which create substantial air and water pollutants. Thank you so much for the wonderful answers we had, and we are honored to organize this forum online and to be able to talk to the experts in the field of education and environment and collaborate together to enhance the education and environment system globally. Thank you so much for taking time to speak at our event. Your insights and perspective were truly valuable. It was a pleasure to have you with us, and we hope you enjoyed the experience as much as we did. Thank you. And we are running out of time. We have 2 minutes. Thank you so much, all of you, to be here.
Okay.
It was nice, good topic. And next also we will do something similar because the environmental problem is such a, it's a very important topic which has been discussed globally. And we need to think about right from the grassroots level how we can change the system, the problem that we are facing in the, and for the future generation also, you need to have, take care of the mother earth that is which God has provided us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Engineer, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you,
Bye. See
everyone.
you.
Thank you, sir.
See you. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Dr. Dennis. Thank you, Mrs.
Thank you.
Ashia.
Thank you, Dr. Binu.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
As we know, solid waste management is extremely important to our community.